Your journey begins now. Well, that's a very conventional kind of thing. But most important thing is a graphic out there. What does that graphic says? What does that vector says? You understand this word vector. What does that vector says? Sign in. So today, two things. The very first thing which I always tell my students, that you will not be defined in times to come by the grades you score. You will not be defined by the tie which you are wearing. You will not be defined by the know-how or the knowledge you have. You will only be defined by your response time. When I asked you the very first thing, how many of you are happy? You know what you were doing? You were trying to look around that if somebody next to me is raising the hand, I'll also raise the hand. Psychology. But believe me, if your response time is less than somebody else, even if somebody else has got lower grades than you, somebody has got less knowledge than you, somebody has scripted less programming lines than you, but his response time is better than you, he'll be more successful. How many of you are happy? Down. How many of you want to listen to me? Down. How many of you want me to shut down right now? At least one hand would help me. Okay. See, I'll take you to a journey, which is absolutely pertinent for you to learn today. Because what happens is that generally a boy or a girl of your age thinks that for past 12 years, I've spent so much of time studying things that at least for 1 year I need a break. I need to enjoy my life. I need to enjoy cafeteria. I need to enjoy food. I need to enjoy my college life. But believe me, if you take this 1 year, it is going to define your destiny. It is really going to make a change, a difference in your life. Because, as I said, your response time is going to be the major factor in your life. If you start a year later, even if you start a day later, even if you think that let this person speak, I'll start my career with my classes. That is going to happen after 3 days. You're going to be behind people who start right now. When are you going to start? When are you going to start? So let's get started. Are you all ready? Yes, sir. Very ready? Yes, sir. Okay. I'm going to tell you the truth of your life. You have chosen computer science. You have chosen information technology as your career, as your basic discipline of study. And you know how this computer science and IT, they are designed and defined. That what basically you are going to do is to craft applications, to craft solutions which the devices can run on. Yes or no? Now, if you want to design an application, an algorithm, a theorem, or a postulate, or a strategy, if you want to design for a device, the first and the foremost thing, you need to differentiate between yourself and the device. When I said that you are going to start right now, I'm presuming that you have already started with me with that slide of what? Let's get started. People talked about something called as human-machine interaction. They called as HMI. Means how a human is going to interact with the machine and how the machine is going to respond to the actions of human. We all know that now machines respond to my gestures. Is your phone smart enough? Yes or no? It responds to my gestures. Means I have reached to a level wherein human-machine interaction or HMI is completely, not completely, sorry, I take my words back, presumably have risen to a level wherein a device can understand human. But I consider HMI to be something, which is obsolete. People are nowadays talking about machine-machine interaction. I give this example. When you like something on Facebook, you are not interacting with an individual. What is interacting with an individual? Your device is interacting with the device of that individual. Yes or no? Very clear. Means people have gone beyond of HMI, that is human-machine interaction, and now they are talking about MMI, machine-machine interaction. Believe me, times are not too far off. Times are really not too far off that your machine, your device understands that what you like, for which you select that like button, for which you select that heart button, and your device will be capable enough to do that for you. That is what you have to do. That is what you have to do in times to come. So the first and the foremost thing is you need to understand what is a human and what is a machine. Are you all ready? Yes, up there? Yes, very good. So let's do certain very simple things, in order to understand that what is you and what is a device. A device like this, a device like this, a device like this, or a device like this, or anything. You'll have to answer certain my questions. 2 plus 2. 4. 6 plus 9. 3. So slow response time. Man. Aman, what are you going to do with them? 6 plus 4. 10. 2 sevens are 19, somebody said. My God, please get up. I need to talk to your teachers. 9 nines are 7 sevens are 12 ones are 6.593 plus 9.653. Why? Why? 6 plus 7. 6.1 plus 6.2. 6.759 into 7.753. Don't give me those answers. Don't give me those answers. Because this is what is known as inducted intelligence. Since your childhood, 2 plus 2 has been inducted in your mind. That you are not taking 2 as an operand. You are not taking another 2 as an operand. And you are inserting an operator in between, processing that and giving the answer. When I asked you 2 plus 2, did you took everything inside, did the processing, and then gave me the answer? No. This is human. This is what you're going to induce into a system or a device. For humans, it's very simple. But for a device, if you really want to have 2 plus 2, you need to write a complete code. You need to make him understand that what exactly 2 means. What exactly a plus sign means, what exactly another 2 means, so that you can sum up these two together. It can be a direct definition introducing a variable, or it can be a pointer-oriented definition. But could you feel the difference between a human and a device? I'll take you to some more examples. Which number? Who said 71? Who said 71? Because you know that person needs to see the oculist. For you, it's very simple. Very, very simple to visualize that this number is what? 74. But believe me, if you take this to a device, that device is going to do a raster scan, a vector scanning, and pixel oriented. It is going to identify each and every pixel, put that pixel depending upon the color code into a matrices, and visualize the matrices in order to frame a pattern like this. And then, by optical character recognition algorithm, it will have to identify whether it is 7 or something else. Look to the complexity. That as a human, you can very well visualize, because there was a differentiator of the color schema, and you could very well make out what? The number is 74. But if you take this to a device, you will have to write a complete code, A for extraction of the pixels, B for identification of the color of that pixel, C for crafting a differentiable pattern out of that color, and D, which is very, very important, to create a tensor which identifies that first numeric is something similar to 7, and the second numeric is something similar to what? 4. And then you concatenate them together to make a numeral called 74. Now this example is going to actually make you very, very happy. Very happy. Very happy. Happy? Now tell me who they are. Shah Rukh Khan and? Shah Rukh Khan and? Who? I do not know. The lower one is whom? And the upper one? See, for you, it's so simple. You could do it in Ziffy. Now, this is what I call it as response time. You could very well visualize, because the entire thing is there in your mind, and you could actually differentiate between two morphed images and identify two different individuals. But if you take this to a system, it will have to do loads of mathematics identifying the contours of an individual. Each and every point, each and every distance would be measured, and those distances would be stored. You might have studied vectors by now. But there's a whole load of concept which is coming up that is known as tensors. It will create for each point on the geometry of the face, it will create a tensor. Then take that tensor, form a parting line where the tensors are differentiating. This becomes the parting line. For these two differentiable parting lines, it will then go back to the database and look to the similar objects with the same tensors of cheekbones, or maybe chin, or maybe something else. And then figure out the two individuals. You know what is the basic difference? Anybody who can tell me that what is the basic difference between a human and a device? Anybody? Please stand up, girl. Now you're a lady, I'm so sorry. You're no more a girl. Is that good? And all these people are sitting are gentlemen. Yeah. IQ. IQ. Okay. The girl says IQ. Anybody else wants to give the answer? Creativity. I'll tell you about the IQ and creativity. Forget about your IQ. People have beaten Einstein's IQ writing algorithms like that. Forget about Einstein. They have created IQs which are Einstein to the power 7 IQs. It is, you need to understand this. For us as humans, everything is pattern. Absolutely everything is pattern. You are listening my voice. You are not figuring out the words. You are not actually mingling the words spoken by me. Everything is a pattern for you. Everything is a pattern for you. I'll give you an example of pattern-oriented understanding of things. Are you all ready? Yeah, this slow response will make me bad. Oh, good. Look there. Look there. You are going to ask me a question where? But see, if I say, look there. Now see, this is nothing but pattern-oriented understanding. If I say, look there, without a gesture, even if I say, look there, you'll start looking there. This is nothing. This is not data which is being transponded to you. This is a pattern, and you are experts of pattern. For you, anything and everything, even if I do like this, you can very well understand I'm making what? 8. This is pattern-oriented learning. And you learn by experiences. You absolutely learn. Whatever language you know is by virtue of experiences. The English which you learnt from Renan Martin. How many of you know Renan Martin? Raise your hands quickly. The English which you learned from Renan Martin was to pass the examination. But the language which you speak out of the experiences. And believe me, whatever you speak is a reflection of either your father's pronunciation or your best friend's pronunciation. Because you learned more by experience, not by just reading. The most pertinent example. You learned this device by what? By experience only. Because your friend said, oh, तेरे पास वो application नहीं है? अरे यार तू बेकार है. You downloaded that application, whole night you were sitting with that application and learning out of what? Experience. Crafting patterns in your mind. Crafting patterns in your mind. Another example. All of us have learned cycling. And you know, if your brother or your sister, elder one, is teaching you cycling, he's wanting you to fall down. For sure, he's pushing you that you fall down. Because he also learned it the same way. Somebody else wanted him to fall down. And you know, once you had a fall on the left-hand side, you never had a fall on the left-hand side after that, because you learned out of all the experiences that why did you had a fall on the left-hand side. Then you might have had a fall on the right-hand side. But after these two falls, you never ever had a fall. But for devices, now this is about humans, but for devices, everything is data. If you say 2 to this machine, you'll say, what is 2? I do not know what is 2. If you say plus, what plus? I do not know plus. Give me the framework by which I understand what that plus sign means. For devices, everything is data. For humans, everything is pattern. Humans, they learn by experience. But devices are trained by training. And that is what you are going to do for coming 4 years. That is going to be your bread and butter. And that is known as machine learning. Those 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 is nothing but machine learning. And 6.539 plus 7.635. You didn't have a store of that instance in your mind. so you couldn't answer. If I might have asked you 10 times and given you a piece of paper, you might have remembered it and then gave me the answer. This is what you're going to do while you're studying here, while you're going to work anywhere else. Today is the world. I'll give you a reward if somebody can tell me who is Demis Hassabis. If I ask you who's Mark Zuckerberg, who's Bill Gates, who's Elon Musk, who's Jack Ma, but who's Demis Hassabis? Anybody? I'll give you a reward. Founder of C language. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Huh? Come here, come here, come here. And I want a reward, please. Backstage. Come here. You know, the person whom I'm talking about is a prodigy. He is somebody who crafted algorithms for machine learning and artificial intelligence. He owns a company called DeepMind. He started that company in 2010, and in 2014, Google bought this company in 500 million US dollars. He is a gem, he is a genius in designing artificial intelligence. And you know what they're doing? Forget about artificial intelligence, they are talking about self-learning artificial intelligence. And you know, people start writing absurd things. And the person who writes something on the board, SOMETHING on the board, he asks him to sit and then starts his dialogue. Now, this is nothing but a response time. And he mentions it in one of his TED Talks, that out of 1 million people, only 6 could write something on the board. Otherwise, all were what? Conventional people. Now, you'll have to define. You'll have to think on yourself that whether you want to be of that 1 million minus 6 people, or you want to be those 6 people. This is going to be your credo. I'll define this credo in Hindi. This is going to be your mool mantra if you have decided computer science or information technology. This is known as DIKW. I have inserted one more I. It will be DIKIW, kind of a credo or a framework for you today. You know, it is all about data. What data you can capture. What data you have with you. Out of that data, what kind of information you are extracting. And out of that information, what kind of knowledge you are deriving. And out of that knowledge, what wisdom you are going to give it to the society. This is going to be your credo. Remember this pyramid throughout your life. I always say one thing. People who have started will give me a different answer. All of you do like this. All of you do like this. What is there in your hand? Air. People who say that there is an air. Everything is air for them. You know, you are so lucky that you are born in a context, you are born in a period wherein if you do like this, you will have a data in your hand. You will really have something in your hand so that you can convert it to an information. You can convert this to what? To what? Information to what? Speak out. To what? Wisdom. I'll give you this example. Next time, when you are actually pouring rice, maybe cooked by your mother or cooked in the hostel, start figuring out that what is the cook ratio of the rice. Where the cooking or in which part the cooking is not appropriate. Because if the tumbler is this big, the gas burner is limited, na? So it is going to cook. You all know convection currents, na? Convection currents would grow, but the cooking would happen most in this cylinder. Which cylinder? Where the burner is. Don't you think so that you are doing like this and getting what? Data. You can convert this into an information so that you can create a tumbler which can create better convection currents. Or you can have a flame which is spread across what? The entire tumbler. This is just plain endorsement of my thing like this. You can have anything being observed and crafted data out of it. You are the ones who are going to extract information from the data, create knowledge, and then finally create what? Wisdom. Go and search for this graphics. It's available on net. When you search Google Images, this graphics is very well available on net. Make this as the wallpaper of your phone. Because that is what you are going to do throughout your life. You will have a set of data. And if you can put that data into a meaningful information, if you can categorize that set of data into meaningful information, and then from meaningful information, you can join dots, put together. You can visualize, there's a new word, DIKIW. There's a new word inside. You know where is the start point and where is what? The end point. And if you can create a shortest path or a meaningful path between the start point and the end point, your task is done. Again, coming to the response time, from here to here, people might take 3 years. But people who take 3 days from here to here have got a better response time than the people who take 3 years between these 2 points. So it's all about what? Response time. Let's go ahead. Make the entire world as your observatory. You're sitting around. I'm going to actually conclude my dialogue by giving you a project. Do you want me to give you a project? Say yes or no. Yes, sir. Okay. Yesterday also I gave a project. Do you want me to give you the same project or new project? I'll give you a new project then. See, your career starts today. What you are going to be in times to come starts today. And you know, when we say that your career starts today, we have designed the complete framework for you to A, visualize what you want to become, B, go for a pathway. May I request you to give a good round of applause for acknowledging the presence of our worthy Pro-Chancellor, Mrs. Rashmi Mittal. A good round of applause here. Okay. How many of you are happy? Still, actually, people are like this. Do not bother. You should be happy. If people are like this and you're like this, your response time is better. You at least have 20 people in this hall which are behind you. See, what I was talking about, that you can define, you can design your pathways. What happened, friend? Excuse me. You know, he was still raising his hand. Response time is okay, but you know, retention time should also be less. Don't bother, don't bother. Things would happen. Things would happen. Don't bother. I'll remember you throughout your studies out here that you actually raised your hand for a longish period. So he's more than happy than all of you. Give a good round of applause for him. So what we have done is that whenever you are going to be there in your fourth term means by the end of second year, you'll be given an opportunity. You'll be trained from your first term itself. In your mentorship session, people are going to talk about various opportunities available to you That is, either you can go in for corporate jobs, you can go in for higher studies, you can go in for entrepreneurship, you can go in for public sector undertaking or government jobs. People will train you, tell about these 4 verticals. And on reaching or just about completion of the 4th term, you'll be given an opportunity to choose whether you want to go in for corporates. If it is corporate, you want to go in for network security, you want to go in for artificial intelligence, you want to go in for application programming or whatever it is. We have done that from 5th term onwards, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th term, maybe 2 courses in 7th or 1 7th, 1 8th. You'll be having 4 set of courses which is actually binding to the vertical you have decided, and we call it as pathways. Be keen on A, understanding your liking. B, what you want to become. What is your aspiration? You want to become Hassabis? You want to become Jack Ma? You want to become Jeff Bezos? Of course, nobody wants to become Laviraj. That's the irony. But you want to become a great teacher. If you really want to become a great teacher and you decide for the higher studies, we have got 4 set of courses which will help you, support you to qualify GATE, GRE or advanced GRE. This is the power. Some facts, quick facts, but I must tell you about those facts. See, this is the first car developed by Ford in 1885. And from that first car to the concept car, maybe BMW i8 or i9, it has taken 132 years to get converted from this car to a concept car. What time? 132 years. But look to the technology on which you are going to work on. That the pager came to India. It came to India a little later. Pager came to India in 1995. And in just 22 years, see the sea change happening in what? The mobile, the communication, the telecommunication abilities. And who knows? Who knows? By the time you graduate, I do not have to carry this. It's inducted in my DNA. I've spoken a little lot. But it's inducted in my body, you know, there is a chip in my body. Airtel would come, sir, you'll have to come to the doctor. I have to actually cut and put the SIM in you. You're laughing right now. You're really laughing right now. But you'll remember me for that day when you are going to go. अभी tattoo बनवाने जाते हैं ना? फिर tattoo बनवाने जाएंगे Airtel SIM का. हाँ. Go and see your YouTube. There are tattoos available which are RFID tattoos. Which are your identifiers? You wear this LPU tag, you have a tattoo. You are laughing, but you are the ones, if you think that way, if you really think that way, that yes, I can design something, you know, which is not like a tattoo, people would laugh at it. Something which is included in my hairs, something which is included in my nails. I do not have to actually wear my card and just flash my nail anywhere. Okay? Sound. The sound engineer out there also does not agree to me. But I do not bother. I do not bother. Because I follow Elon Musk. Think weird, think wild. Because only the weird things can be converted into what? Reality. If you think conventional, then your response time would be less. So this is another success mantra for you. You know these logos, Motorola, Nokia and Kodak. What is so unique about it? Nokia had the concept of mobile telephony. Motorola in 1973 first came with Dyna TAC 8000X, the first handheld mobile telephone. But they are nowhere in the market. Kodak invented photography, but they are nowhere in the market. Why? Because they didn't reinvent it. They didn't actually went back to the customer and ask customers what kind of newness they want. And whatever customer says, they came back and included that newness into a customer. And this is the story of the people with success. Samsung never invented what? Mobile telephony. But most of us who are not so rich carry Samsung. Second very important thing, yeah, this is actually thanks to Amandeep Nagpal. Is he sitting around? Your COS, actually, I was browsing his LinkedIn profile yesterday, and I came to this very exciting, infographic on Amandeep Nagpal's LinkedIn profile. He's a very, very good, pusher, maybe on LinkedIn or Facebook or whatever it is. See, the power is in 2006, there was only one technology company in the top 5 of the world. But in 2012, in just 6 years, they all dragged them out like Coca-Cola or whatever it is. They all dragged them out, and the technology becomes the most powerful economical tool in the world. And see, in 2006, people didn't exist like Google. People didn't exist like Amazon. But in 2017, they rose to what? Top 5 ranking. And Google, as we all know, has risen to #1 position. This is where the response time comes into picture. This is where the response comes into picture. Sorry, I've got 5-7 more minutes. All right. Now see, look to this video, very, very important. What the individual is doing, if you go to a doctor, he'll ऐसे हाथ करो, वैसे हाथ करो, इधर बॉल लो, इधर ये लगाओ, उधर वो लगाओ. Then he used to do what? Search for your vein, na? और फिर भी उसको नहीं मिलता. He actually pricks this way, this way, this way, and you, ow, don't do that kinds. You know what people thought? That I've got a power, I've got a device like this. I can flash, I can capture an image and throw back the image with an image processor which takes the thermal map of maybe a micron deep, because I want to eradicate what? Skin. And I can very well figure out the vein. Why I'm telling you this? Because your mantra, response time and everything is like, Newton's law. But your mantra is going to be this word called frugal. Frugal means simple, plain, and cost-effective solutions. I told you about the rice cooking. If the rice cooker right now costs 3,200 rupees, and if you can come up with a rice cooker which is 1,200 rupees, you're going to be successful like anything. A rice cooker which I can on from my mobile while I'm starting from the office, and I know it takes me 20 minutes. And by the time I reach home, my rice is cooked. Don't laugh at that. People are doing that. You already have applications like that the moment I start from my office, I can switch on my geyser, I can switch on my air conditioner, I can switch on whatever I feel like. Look to the frugality as the basic instinct in you as computer science and information technology professionals of tomorrow. At Faculty of Technology and Science, we understand these words very well, and we have crafted all your learnings based upon these. We look into unlearning and relearning kind of philosophy. Why unlearning? Because the things which you have learned, if you do not unlearn, hard disk खाली नहीं करेंगे, तो नया data नहीं आएगा. Hard disk खाली करेंगे, नया data pump in करेंगे. We're going to do that. Unlearn and relearn. You might have learned quadratic equation in a different way. Do you think that is going to live throughout your life the same way? No, unlearn that and try to learn a new form of quadratic equation. A new way, a new method of quadratic equation. Observe, as I said, observe anything. Anything around you has got data out of which you can extract information, you can extract knowledge, and then craft what? Wisdom out of it. We have crafted this hotline of ours. What is that? Speak louder. Huh? It's not big. What is our hotline? Speak louder. You know why we crafted Think Big? Because we understand that if we do not instill the ability in you to think big, you'll not be able to dream big. Because only the people who think big can do what? Dream big. They can dare big. And people who dare big can do big. If you think big, if you dream big, if you dare do big, if you do big, then only you'll be able to achieve big. This is, I'll give you some my insight about how to start thinking big. Go and search your God called Google for something called AlphaGo. I talked about this AlphaGo in the recent past when my friend from Varanasi came to get the reward. Go and look what they're doing, because until and unless you know what people are thinking right now, you'll not be able to think bigger than them. Everybody, I'm giving you a homework to all the students sitting here. That's your homework for today or tonight. You need to complete this homework tonight. You'll have to go to YouTube and search for something called Google I/O 2017. It's an annual conference video of Google for the year 2017, in which Sundar Pichai spoke about what futuristic vision they have. Mind-blowing, mind-boggling. And especially for you, it's so intriguing, it's so instigating that will give you the vision of the next generation. He talks about Google Lens. He talks about, CPU. What is CPU? Speak louder. Then came what? In my mobile, GPU. What is GPU? Graphical Processing Unit. You know what he's talking about is TPU, Tensor Processing Units. Mind-blowing. And it is going to be your bread and butter. It is going to be your salt in the recipe. Without the salt, it will not work. Go and look for that. Go and check out MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology's whole resources available, called as OpenCourseWare. All their lectures are available on YouTube. Okay, see Bhangra also on YouTube. I do not mind doing that, but at least in a day, for 10 to 15 minutes, look to a YouTube video which is technology specific, which is informative and which is helpful for you. This I can talk about ages and ages together. Go and start following Tesla, because they are also doing quite a good work in deep learning. Forget about artificial intelligence, forget about machine learning. People are now working into deep learning or deep reinforced learning of devices. Okay? Want a project? No, I'm not going to give. Want a project? Okay, yesterday I gave a project. You can talk to your fellow students, who were there yesterday. I'm not going to speak about it. If you want to work on this project, you're welcome. That's known as Moby Stick. We are working on a project called Moby Stick. But for you, I've come up with a fresh idea. The idea is plain and simple. All of you use this mobile like this. And when you are at WhatsApp, you're like this. When somebody likes you at Facebook, you're like this. You know what is happening? You're having a texting neck. There's a whole load of medical science which is going on that you're having what? A texting neck. You'll have to give me a solution. You have the sensor, you have the power over here. You've got the accelerometer, you have got the tilt meter out here. Until and unless my phone is like this, the screen is blank. Plain and simple. Isn't that frugal? That if my phone is like this, the screen is not working. If I tilt my phone like this, then only the screen is working, so that my texting neck is avoided. You want to work for this? I have the data for this. And if you really want to work for this, let's call it as neck right as a solution. I really do not know how many of you will be ready, but people who have started today, people who really understand that they have to start right now with the quickest response time, with the observation, and with the DIKW philosophy, would take this as a challenge and work with me. With these words, I welcome you to the exciting world of learning. I welcome you to the world wherein we know and understand how to instigate you, how to challenge you, and how to let you think big. Welcome to the world of Think Big. Good luck and God bless.
Thank you so much, sir. Indeed, it's true, sir. Your words are very priceless, and the way you give those examples and relate it with the students, it is quite astonishing. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge cheer with a round of applause to Dr. Laviraj Gupta, sir. And Piyush, you rightly said that these words are very useful for all these students for the rest of their life, perhaps not even the term in university, but these words are going to be very, very useful. And now I would like you all to acknowledge the presence of a personality who is a very typical personality, who is a quintessential part of our university, and she has been a true guide and a mentor to thousands of students entering into our university every year. She is a symbol of empowerment for all those women sitting out here, and perhaps the men who wishes to dream big. She is someone who has always captivated and mesmerized students with her words and charm. Ladies and gentlemen, with the loudest possible round of applause, please welcome worthy Pro-Chancellor, lovely professional university, Madam Rashmi Mittal.
Hello.
Good morning, students. How are you feeling? After Dr. Laviraj speaks, I think, or you all have gone into the world of technology? All have started thinking big? Yeah. Now you have to change your mode because I'm going to talk some different. Right? So technology is good, but there are other value systems which are very, very important to you as a human being. So I'm going to talk about those things. Right? So I'm going to, first of all, I would like to, because I can see a few parents here, I would like to welcome the parents here. Thank you so much for coming and joining here with your children. I think it's an amazing sight to see the parents sitting next to their children and see them growing. So I also still remember, how I went with my son when he was entering into his graduation and how I felt sitting amongst and listening to the induction program. So it's a very nice and heartening feeling. So students, this induction program, you understand how is it, why is it crafted for you? You understand what is freshman and induction, everything? So this is specially designed for you to tell you what your university is all about. Because once you enter into a family, you want to get the feel of the culture of the family is through when you go into it. You should understand the value system of that family. So same way in an organization, when you enter, you must know the value system, the ethics on which that organization stands. Right? So I want to take you back to the history of LPU. So how we started this institution, which you see is big enough. So in 2001, children, we started with education. Before that, this group had other works, but this education was very, very new to them. In 2001, we started with only one building and 12 faculty members and 250 students and 4 programs. So you understand what is program by now, yes? We don't say, what do you say? Courses are subjects. Subjects are called courses here, and a program is like BCA, BBA, this is a program. So BTech is a program. So we started with only 4 programs that time, BBA, MBA, BCA, and MBA. In 2001, with only one building, the block number you see in your university, that is where we started from. So every year, we were adding buildings. In 2005, that means only after 4 years, we got the status of being a university, which normally the institutions would get after 30 to 40 years of their existence. If you see in India, these examples are rare, where you will we will see that in only 4 years of time, an institute graduating into a university. First of all, they would get into to be deemed a university, and then they would get the status of being a full-fledged university, which your institute got in only 4 years. In 2006, so in 2006, we started taking admissions under the brand name of LPU. The brand name of LPU. So brand name is today. Today we call it as a brand name of LPU, but that time when we started, we never were a brand. Obviously, we started this, the beginning was very, very humble. We never thought that we were going to be this big. But how did we achieve this status of being big? How do you think? How do you think we got this status? Do you think it was very easy? Hard work, vision? Anything else? Perseverance? True. All these things, yes, God Almighty had been kind enough to us. But see, an institute is made up of three kind of people: the management, the faculty, and the students. The management is only few in numbers, and the staff was that time I said 12, and the students are the biggest in number. So whatever students do to themselves, that makes an institution. So that time my students really worked hard onto themselves. They were never a brand although, but still they worked hard on their own lives, and that changed them. And when it changed them, it affected the institution and it became a university soon. So I give all the credit to those students then and the faculty then who motivated those students and brought them here. And now you are a brand. Now you are a brand, you can say, okay, LPU's name is attached to me. Wherever I go, I say, okay, I'm from LPU, and you're welcomed. You go to any part of the world now, you will see your seniors doing extremely well. Any part, any area. You go to best of the hotels, my students are working there. You go best to the fashion houses, my students are there. Best designers. They're running their own businesses successfully. So all that legacy now you people have. So we started humble from 12 faculty members now to 3,500 plus staff members. From 250 students to now 25,000 plus students. Out of those, 20,000 of you stay in the hostels. And from 4 programs, now it is around 200 plus programs. So children, now the baton is in your hands. We know to remain here because our vision is high, the mission is high. Who is going to achieve the next level? Who will achieve the next level? You. So what will you do? You will only work on your own lives. I don't want you to do anything else. Just work hard on your own life and craft your own life the way your mentors and your teachers would guide you. And just look and believe in the legacy that you have. What your seniors have done it, you have to achieve higher. The times have changed. The things which work for themselves are now to work for today, for you. The things have changed. The technology is changing, as I said. Right? And you cannot just keep aping them. You have to be different. Because you are special in yourselves. So I believe in the capability of the student. And you're all special ones. Specially gifted by the God Almighty. So I've seen the strength of the student because I've seen how this university has come up because of the endeavor of the student. And I know, I always say that because I believe in that completely, that in a family, when a child is born, what do the parents tell? What do the parents? They believe that this child is going to take the family forward. And obviously, the family gets shaped by the children they have. Isn't it? You're called by the children. And if the children do well, you say, oh, I'm very proud to have these boys in my house, these boys and girls in my home. You feel great. And if a single child can change the status of the family, look how many engineers and how many people we have in this home, in this family. I mean, no one can stop us changing this whole world, children. It's a laboratory in itself. थोड़ा सा सोचिए इसे. Just think little bit. a child can change minds, these groups, if you work together, I mean, you can do wonders. Not just this university, this country, you can change the whole world. Right, children? So the value system, I believe, is this, that my LPU students, the transformers are going to be different. And they have done it. It's not that I'm talking first time. So the value system is hard work. The first value system which you will see yourself getting into is hard work. Because the outside world is very tough, children. So unless we prepare you for that, you will not be successful outside. So you might feel your faculty is very, very harsh on you, or sometimes, class after the other, or maybe they tell you to work on projects for the first day. You're getting a project on the first day, isn't it? You might feel it as a burden, but if you are excited about your program, about the courses you are studying, you will start enjoying it. Then it is no longer hard work. It's a passion which you are following then. You enjoy. Like if I come here at 10 a.m. and I leave at 10 a.m. also, I'm happy because I'm energized. I feel I'm blessed to be amongst these young children. So it is how you feel, the positive attitude, which is very, very important, which becomes a nucleus, which becomes a core to all LP students. A positive attitude is very, very important. You may be the best of the people, you may be 10-pointer, but if you're not carrying an attitude to work in a group, you will fail, children. So it's very important to understand the feelings of everybody, to take everybody along, to work in a group. That is what LPU believes in, and we have done it. Although you compete with other people, you see what the other person, your friend, is doing. That is perfectly fine, but you have to compete within yourself. You have to say what I was yesterday, how I am improving every day. That is important. Right? If you are, say, good at a thing, your friend is good at something else, learn from him, but do not compete like this that you lose your own focus. So that's what LPO did. At that time we were new. I told you we were new to the institutions, we were new to education, but we never looked at our competitors. We made our own policies, whatever we believed in. जिस चीज में आप believe करते हैं ना, वही ठीक होता है. That's what I have seen and experienced to me. Your friends might say that what you are talking is nonsense, it is not happening, it cannot happen. But you must believe in something and then follow your passion. So that's what LPO did, and that's what is expected out of each one of you. Right? The positive attitude and commitment. Whatever you are committed to. Say tomorrow you are committed to your goals. So stick to it. Or commitment could be a small little thing like, okay, I will come tomorrow and attend this particular lecture. But if you have committed once, then you have to honor it. Chahe kuch bhi ho jaye. That is what LPU believes in it. What did I say? A commitment. If you commit your friend that, okay, I'm going to be with you in your problem areas or problem times, or I'm going to make you study, and whatever may happen, you will help him or her. This is actually being a good human being, children. It is very important. So, this is beyond all your studies. I'll give you an example. I think day before it was raining heavily. So I was coming to the university, and I saw these guys who were here anchoring for you, Vishnu and what is the other name? Piyush and Vishnu, they were here. And when I was going, my car was moving, and they were there on a bike, completely drenched. They were wearing those black suits, executive suits, and they were drenched, and still they were moving because they knew that they had to reach here at 10. They could have stopped. They could have talked to sir, sorry, barish ho rahi hai, how do I come, They didn't talk to him. They knew that we are committed. I have to reach here at 10. 10 means 10. That is how you're going to be different from rest of the world, children. Otherwise, support technology. Everybody is a 10-pointer. Everybody knows the technology. Everybody is understood or written books or understood books. So how you will be different? Tell me how you will be different. Your attitude, your working capability to work in a team, your positive attitude, your commitment. But not many people fare well when it comes to commitment. मैंने ये देखा. This is my life. A lot of people would just say, बहुत अच्छी बातें. They will say, I'll do this, I'll do that. But when it comes to delivery, they do not give. I've seen a lot of good people. I would not name here. They are best of the people. If you see their academic record, it is wonderful. 10 पेज का CV होगा. But ultimately, it has to be. You have to deliver, children. So I've seen my LPU students delivering. Yesterday we had this great company, Tech Systems, coming, and sorry, I'm deviating. So there was this company, and then last year my 9 students got placed there in Tech Systems. And yesterday he was here and he was talking to me. He said, "Ma'am, your students are the best." And I was so happy, so proud, I just can't tell you. Why? Because he said, see, good children obviously they would get, because they go to all parts of the country and fetch the best talent. That is easy for them to do, right? They can travel anywhere and get the best of the children because they are paying good. And it's an 11 lakh package. Obviously, all students would be reaching there. He said, your students, he took 9 students last year, and he said all 9 are there. Nobody has moved out of Tech Systems. Although the company is very good, they have brilliant HR policies or whatever, but look at the commitment of my students. And that's how he's come here today again. He's going to have a test today for my 2017 students. So this is the children, the value system of LPU, which you must have. And take care of the feelings of other people. Right? So I'm going to show you a video. Can we skip that video or should we show it? Okay, we'll show you a video where you will see the buildings, how these buildings, the infrastructure has come up. And this infrastructure, which you see 58 buildings now, 58 buildings, so make use of this infrastructure, children. Right? This is all for you. Tell them to open the library till midnight or whatever time it takes. All the laboratories are for you. Work hard in those libraries and laboratories.
ఏంటి హలో యాంకర్లా
So sorry about the technology failure. So the technology can fail, but the person's attitude can never fail. Yes? The core has to be, the roots have to be always watched, children. You have to take care of your parents. You have to take care of your friends. You have to take this whole world along because this world is looking at you as good human beings. Right? So I should not say here, but I don't know, it is coming. I've thrown a lot of people out because they were not carrying good attitudes, although they were best of the people as far as CV is concerned. Right? So, okay, the second thing which we are going to talk about is your friends. Friends are very important because children, now your parents are no more going to be staying with you in the hostel and they are not going to push you every time, ki utho beta, now you need to do this. And your mentors, your guides are there going to be supporting you, but you have to take care of yourself. So it's important to have good set of friends around you who help you, who criticize you where you're wrong. अच्छे friends कौन से होते हैं? Those who criticize you and tell you where you're wrong. I don't like friends who just say कि तू तो अच्छा ही है बस हर चीज में. They're just pumping you. They're not helping you grow. I still remember I've lost a friend because I criticize her and say that you're doing wrong to your family. And since she's not talking to me, I don't care. Let her not talk to me. But I'm sure that I have given the right piece of advice to my friend. Right? So it's important to search for good friends. It is okay to take some time. It's a new world. It's a new world. And don't stick to your old friends. I mean, although, old are gold. So you can stick to your old friends too. But try to make this diversity, which is in the university, make use of this diversity, children. Right? So how many of you have already made friends now? I'm sure all of you. This is the world of technology, and in the Facebook only you have like 1,000 friends whom you don't even know, right? So I had few friends, so I think it's important to have good set of friends around you. Okay, tell me students, how many of you are from Punjab? Okay, just be around. Okay, Haryana? Okay. UP? Okay. MP? Okay. Karnataka? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Andhra? Kerala? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the Keralites are sitting together. Orissa? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Gujarat? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Northeast? All states together. And how many international faces? Hands? International students? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So children, look at the diversity that we have in LPU. Isn't it great? Clap for yourself. Diversity is amazing, children. Isn't it? Make use of this diversity. You must make it. This is the actual learning. No book will give you this kind of learning which you can achieve through diversity only. Now you're going to have friends from all states, different countries. And look at the amount of learning it can happen through friends from different fields, from different areas, caste, color, anything. I've seen my international students learning Hindi or Punjabi language. I've seen South Indian students speaking Punjabi and Punjabi students liking dosas. So this is the actual education. No exposure. No exposure matches this. No book can teach you this, children. So make use of it. Do not stick to in a room. Yesterday I was talking to a few parents. They said, "Oh, I didn't find this community student." I said, leave it now. Make friends from different countries. It may be little different for you initially, but later on you will see this friendship could result into best of possibilities. My friend, my son, when he went to US, he made all friends from different countries, and now all those friends from different countries are coming to India, and they are investing in India also. Because they found India so good a market that they started investing in India. And he founded a company with a person from some other country, and now he's working on that company. He's already made up a company while he was in college. How did this Facebook and Microsoft and all these things came up? Google, where did it come from? Tell me. They all emerged from hostel rooms. They were students from different disciplines. They would sit together and make some project, and that's what happened. So tomorrow you never know. You could be the next Googles or Microsofts. You never know, children. It has happened. I, in this university, have best of the bands where in different background. One is a civil engineer, one is a mechanical engineer, one is a business student, and they are working, and they have an excellent band which is performing outside also. While they are studying, it's not after the completion of their studies. While they are studying, they are doing so. So make use of this diversity, children. Say if you are a computer scientist, if you have friends only from computer sciences, then what will happen? You will only learn computer science and nothing else. But if you have friends from fashion, from hotel management, from business, so you never know, this combination could be excellent for you. When sir says learn something new, you cannot keep learning only computer science. That will bore you. Right? So do that. And LPU will give you those opportunities here. Right, children? So the third thing which I'm going to talk about is your dreams. Whatever your dreams are, I'm sure you are carrying a lot of dreams in your heart. And I won't say mind, heart. Because it's important to have those dreams in your heart. If you believe in them, then only they happen. Mind is automatically, it would work on the say of the heart. Right? So, what are your dreams? Whatever your dreams are, work with those ethics which LPU has given you. Make use of the friends, make use of the diversity, and work on your goals, your mission, your dreams. And LPU is there to support you, guide you. There are going to be a lot of platforms available to you here. Any student, along with their studies, they can do business here in the campus. A lot of students have done it. They are doing business right while studying. They have made teams, they are running bands which are performing outside. Right? So they are preparing for higher studies. They have applied to various universities abroad also. And as soon as they finish their graduation from here, they will move towards that. They are preparing, the teachers are preparing for all kind of, trainings for various programs outside. So all those platforms will be available to you. The events are there. A lot of student organizations, once they, you will see soon. There's a building called Student Affairs where a lot of activities happen for you. Join those clubs, societies. From those clubs and student organizations, there have been budding entrepreneurs now. There are examples right here. You will see in the evening also, in the cultural showcase, that a lot of students, how they have excelled or pumped their life. So I'm going to show you a video where you will see all those platforms. A lot of people would come here. The mentors, the guides, the best of the personalities of the world would visit your university. You have to take a while to just listen to them, because any small tip given by them can change your life. It really can, children. Right? So just listen to them. Do not sit in the hostel. So make use of these platforms which are available for all of you. So we see this video.
एवरी प्रोफेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी के बच्चों ने, इंजीनियरिंग बच्चों ने कुछ ऐसी कार डिजाइन की है जो इंटरनेट से कनेक्ट हो जाती है और वर्ल्ड में कहीं पे भी बैठे हो आप अपनी कार को चला सकते हैं, हैंडल कर सकते हैं।
एसबीओ छात्रों ने ऑटो एक्सपो में पेश की 16 कार, धूप में 4 घंटे चार्ज होकर 150 किलोमीटर चलेगी।
छात्रों की बनाई हुई कारों को भी यहाँ शामिल किया गया है। सोलर एनर्जी से चलने वाली कार के साथ साथ एक कार ऐसी भी है जो कि बिना ड्राइवर के चलती है।
ग्रेटर में चल रहे ऑटो एक्सपो में खूब दर्शक बटोर रही है पंजाब की लवली यूनिवर्सिटी के छात्रों की डिजाइन की गई कारें।
ये बाइक पेट्रोल के साथ में एलपीजी पर चलती है। सबसे बड़ी चीज एलपीजी पर चलती है ये बाइक। अभी तक इस तरह का इनोवेशन किसी भी ऑटो कंपनी ने या किसी भी बाइक कंपनी ने नहीं किया है।
So these videos are to tell you that you all have capabilities. You heard that किसी car company ने नहीं किया, and this is still my students, LPU students did it. Because they were not looking at what has happened. Please don't look at what has happened, said whether I can do it or not. Just see what you are passionate about, what you feel convinced of, and just go ahead and do it. The same example, how LPU did it. We were also new. But we never thought, we never competed that term thinking that okay, universities are that old, 30 to 40 years, how will we compete them? अगर ये सोचा होता तो we would not have been here. Right, children? And I completely, we all, LPU faculty, fraternity believes in all of you, your strength. You are great people, potential. Only thing is that fire is within you, all of you. But you have to ignite that fire, children. Right? You have to ignite that fire. There are examples. So I'm going to show you a few examples here. You will see your seniors. I don't know if you've seen that e-rickshaw moving in the campus. Have you seen those e-rickshaws? That are also run by university students, along with their studies. And they have a lot of other businesses, which they started in the campus. One they started King Hill with the name of King Hills, where they are sending the students for all kind of excursion. Even recently, your faculty or the university trips are also organized by them. Trips are all organized by them. So they formed a company right when they were students here. When they can do it, you can also do it. They are no different. Right? So these are entrepreneurs. This Rahul Tyagi, he is now vice president of his company, and he comes here and delivers lectures to my students. He's a wonderful person, he does it. And Deepak, he is the managing director of King Hills, which I was talking about. So he started this company when he was, I think, the second year or here, and that time he started, and now he's doing very well outside. And he's now collaborating with various universities and institutions and helping them send their trips outside. So Aditya, this student, he's running a company with the name Republic Motors, and he was a part of one of the student organizations. So they used to help the students. He was a part of the go-karting team, initially, go-karting club. And then later on he thought that when he moved out, passed out, then he thought that I should have a company like this who would help students, design events of go-karting outside. So he now does it in schools, colleges, various universities, and last year he came up to us also that, ma'am, whatever I will organize the event on LPU's behalf. And he did it. And we paid him. Right? So all those people have done it. Next, these are entrepreneurs, few entrepreneurs, they're ample. Like my architecture students, they are having their own businesses, consultancies, they are taking projects, they have taken government projects, they are working for other people's houses, businesses, and they are making good money. And I'm the happiest person when my student is making money right while he's studying. And he doesn't need to take money from his parents then. Right? So these are my computer science. I thought I'll just tell you that we are the winners of Hackathon and Hacker Earth. It's here only. Everything is here. That's for me. So these students, we stood third rank, no? So we stood third in this. It was judged, and we stood third there. Next. So these LP students are there in the national TVs. They are singing. They are civil engineering students. I mean, this particular student. What is his name? Shilpa is a computer science student who's in the middle. And Ajay Tiwari is a civil engineering student on the top, and he came yesterday here, and he's a civil engineering student, 9 CGPA holder, and plus he's singing on the national TV. So you can see it is possible. It is possible. Only thing is, children, you have to manage little time. You have to balance your time. And your seniors, I'm sure, are going to give you some tips on that, how did they do it, right? So these students are students from NSC, NSS and NCC volunteers. They participated in the Republic Day Parade. You see this student in the middle. He is one of our students. So LP students bagged the overall national, an odd zone also, and then the National Youth Festival trophy, and this Afreen also, which was held here in the campus. And our students bagged the first prize there also. So this campus prince is a very interesting concept. Miss India Femina, so when they hold those competitions, they have the preliminary rounds in the campuses also. So they had one in the campus, and LPU student was judged, one of the participants who represented the Miss Contest Miss India. That's it. So these kind of things, amazing things are happening in LPU. So make use of these platforms, children. Right? As I said, that you all have capabilities. You all have capabilities, and I completely believe in you. So any kind of suggestions and ideas, because see, we might make some policies, and tomorrow those policies become obsolete. So you have brilliant setup, because you are the soldiers, you are the next generation people, you know what you want. So bring those ideas to us, even if there are no policies on them. Bring your ideas, we can frame policies on that, and we can give you those capabilities. We can give you those wings to fly. Right? Don't think that this is not available here. Everything is available here because LPU has a philosophy of being completely flexible. That is the benefit of being in a private university, because everything, every moment is changing. Right? Because we don't have those hierarchical lines where we have to go through all those processes. You tell me today and it is implemented tomorrow. Right? So I'm going to leave you with a video here. This video is again sung, crafted, everything edited, everything done by one of the LPU students. So he told me, ma'am, that we can run this video because this is on friendship and a lot of opportunities which are given to LPU students. So while you are watching this, see how this student along with his studies end up making these kind of films. So he passed out, I think, this year. Last year he was here as one of the cameramans here, helping me. And thanks to him. So congratulations all the students to be a part of LPU, and I welcome you to the amazing world of possibilities here. Right? So make use of it. So all your faculty members, your mentors, your heads, your deans would be there in support of you. So I'm also there. My block, my office is in 29 block. So I meet the students every Tuesday and every Friday. Every Tuesday and every Friday I meet the students from 4 onwards, and whatever time it takes, I sit here, I go around. I'm the last person to go from this university because I love the university. I love all of you. Thank you so much.
ख्वाहिशें लेके,
सपनों की बारिशें लेके,
निकले जो अनजानी राहों पे हम चले।
बनाएंगे हम राहें,
पाएंगे जो हम चाहें,
मंजिल मिल जाएगी गले
खोले बाहें। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को Vatos of LP। खींची लकीरों पे ना
रास्ते रहे,
सोया सारा जहां हम जागते रहे।
उजालों के दरिया है,
छाएंगे इस दुनिया पे, लिखने हम नाम आसमां पे जाए। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को Vatos of LP। थोड़े से हम नादां हैं,
अरमा सारे जवां हैं,
बोलो क्या हम जैसा कोई कहाँ है।
we've got some dreams in our eyes, we've got some hopes in our hearts, we are the ones who'll always stand up high, flying high across the sky.
राहों पे यूं चलते जाए, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को Vatos of LP। जीने की ख्वाहिशें लेके,
सपनों की बारिशें लेके,
निकले जो अनजानी राहों पे हम चले।
बनाएंगे हम राहें,
पाएंगे जो हम चाहें,
मंजिल मिल जाएगी गले
खोले बाहें। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को Vatos of LP। लकीरों पे ना
रास्ते रहे,
सोया सारा जहां हम जागते रहे।
उजालों के दरिया है,
छाएंगे इस दुनिया पे, लिखने हम नाम आसमां पे जाए। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को, Vatos of LP। थोड़े से हम नादा हैं,
अरमा सारे जवां हैं।
बोलो क्या हम जैसा कोई कहाँ है।
We've got some dreams in our eyes, we've got some hopes in our hearts. We are the ones who'll always stand apart. Flying high across the sky.
राहों पे यूं चलते जाए, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को, Vatos of LP। जीने की ख्वाहिशें लेके,
सपनों की बारिशें लेके,
निकले जो अनजानी राहों पे हम चले।
बनाएंगे हम राहें,
पाएंगे जो हम चाहें,
मंजिल मिल जाएगी गले।
खोले बाहें। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को, Vatos of LP। खींची लकीरों पे ना
रास्ते रहे,
सोया सारा जहां हम जागते रहे।
उजालों के दरिया है,
छाएंगे इस दुनिया पे, लिखने हम नाम आसमां पे जाए। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को, Vatos of LP। थोड़े से हम नादा हैं,
अरमा सारे जवां हैं,
बोलो क्या हम जैसा कोई कहाँ है।
we've got some dreams in our eyes, we've got some hopes in our hearts, we are the ones who'll always stand apart, flying high across the sky.
राहों पे यूं चलते जाए, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos, बदले भारत को, Vatos of LPU। जीने की ख्वाहिशें लेके,
सपनों की बारिशें लेके,
निकले जो अनजानी राहों पे हम चले,
बनाएंगे हम राहें,
पाएंगे जो हम चाहें,
मंजिल मिल जाएगी गले
खोले बाहें, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos, बदले भारत को, Vatos of LPU। खींची लकीरों पे ना
रास्ते रहे,
सोया सारा जहां हम जागते रहे,
उजालों के दरिया है,
छाएंगे इस दुनिया पे, लिखने हम नाम आसमां पे जाए, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos, बदले भारत को, Vatos of LPU। थोड़े से हम नादा हैं,
अरमा सारे जवां हैं,
बोलो क्या हम जैसा कोई कहाँ है।
we've got some dreams in our eyes, we've got some hopes in our hearts, we are the ones who'll always stand apart, flying high across the sky.
राहों पे यूं चलते जाए, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos, जीने की ख्वाहिशें लेके,
सपनों की बारिशें लेके,
निकले जो अनजानी राहों पे हम चले।
बनाएंगे हम राहें,
पाएंगे जो हम चाहें,
मंजिल मिल जाएगी गले
खोले बाहें। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs। बदले भारत को, virtues of LP। खींची लकीरों पे ना
रास्ते रहे,
सोया सारा जहां हम जागते रहे।
उजालों के दरिया है,
छाएंगे इस दुनिया पे, लिखने हम नाम आसमां पे जाए। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs। बदले भारत को, virtues of LP। थोड़े से हम नादां हैं,
अरमा सारे जवां हैं,
बोलो क्या हम जैसा कोई कहाँ है।
we've got some dreams in our eyes, we've got some hopes in our hearts, we are the ones who'll always stand up high, flying high across the sky.
राहों पे यूं चलते जाए, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs। बदले भारत को, virtues of LP। जीने की ख्वाहिशें लेके,
सपनों की बारिशें लेके,
निकले जो अनजानी राहों पे हम चले।
बनाएंगे हम राहें,
पाएंगे जो हम चाहें,
मंजिल मिल जाएगी गले
खोले बाहें। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs। बदले भारत को, virtues of LP। सारा जहां हम जागते रहे।
उजालों के दरिया है,
छाएंगे इस दुनिया पे, लिखने हम नाम आसमां पे जाए। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को Vatos of LP। थोड़े से हम नादां हैं,
अरमा सारे जवां हैं।
बोलो क्या हम जैसा कोई कहाँ है।
We've got some dreams in our eyes, we've got some hopes in our hearts. We are the ones who'll always stand up high. Flying high across the sky.
राहों पे यूं चलते जाए। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को Vatos of LP। जीने की ख्वाहिशें लेके,
सपनों की बारिशें लेके,
निकले जो अनजानी राहों पे हम चले।
बनाएंगे हम राहें,
पाएंगे जो हम चाहें,
मंजिल मिल जाएगी गले
खोले बाहें। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को Vatos of LP। खींची लकीरों पे ना
रास्ते रहे।
सोया सारा जहां हम जागते रहे।
उजालों के दरिया है,
छाएंगे इस दुनिया पे, लिखने हम नाम आसमां पे जाए। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को Vatos of LP। से हम नादा हैं,
अरमा सारे जवां हैं,
बोलो क्या हम जैसा कोई कहाँ है।
we've got some dreams in our eyes, we've got some hopes in our hearts, we are the ones who'll always stand apart, flying high across the sky.
राहों पे यूं चलते जाए, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the marchers, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the marchers, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the marchers, बदले भारत को marchers of LPU। जीने की ख्वाहिशें लेके,
सपनों की बारिशें लेके,
निकले जो अनजानी राहों पे हम चले,
बनाएंगे हम राहें,
पाएंगे जो हम चाहें,
मंजिल मिल जाएगी गले
खोले बाहें, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the marchers, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the marchers, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the marchers, बदले भारत को marchers of LPU। खींची लकीरों पे ना
रास्ते रहे,
सोया सारा जहां हम जागते रहे,
उजालों के दरिया है,
छाएंगे इस दुनिया पे, लिखने हम नाम आसमां पे जाए, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the marchers, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the marchers, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the marchers, बदले भारत को marchers of LPU। थोड़े से हम नादा हैं,
अरमा सारे जवां हैं,
बोलो क्या हम जैसा कोई कहाँ है।
we've got some dreams in our eyes, we've got some hopes in our hearts, we are the ones who'll always stand apart, flying high across the sky.
राहों पे यूं चलते जाए, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the marchers, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the marchers, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the marchers, जीने की ख्वाहिशें लेके,
सपनों की बारिशें लेके,
निकले जो अनजानी राहों पे हम चले,
बनाएंगे हम राहें,
पाएंगे जो हम चाहें,
मंजिल मिल जाएगी गले
खोले बाहें। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को, Vatos of LP। खींची लकीरों पे ना
रास्ते रहे,
सोया सारा जहां हम जागते रहे,
उजालों के दरिया है,
छाएंगे इस दुनिया पे, लिखने हम नाम आसमां पे जाए। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को, Vatos of LP। थोड़े से हम नादां हैं,
अरमा सारे जवां हैं,
बोलो क्या हम जैसा कोई कहाँ है।
we've got some dreams in our eyes, we've got some hopes in our hearts, we are the ones who'll always stand up high, flying high across the sky.
राहों पे यूं चलते जाए, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को, Vatos of LP। जीने की ख्वाहिशें लेके,
सपनों की बारिशें लेके,
निकले जो अनजानी राहों पे हम चले,
बनाएंगे हम राहें,
पाएंगे जो हम चाहें,
मंजिल मिल जाएगी गले
खोले बाहें। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को, Vatos of LP। पे ना
रास्ते रहे,
सोया सारा जहां हम जागते रहे।
उजालों के दरिया है,
छाएंगे इस दुनिया पे, लिखने हम नाम आसमां पे जाए। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को Vatos of LP। थोड़े से हम नादां हैं,
अरमा सारे जवां हैं।
बोलो क्या हम जैसा कोई कहाँ है।
We've got some dreams in our eyes, we've got some hopes in our hearts. We are the ones who'll always stand up high, flying high across the sky.
राहों पे यूं चलते जाए, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को Vatos of LP। जीने की ख्वाहिशें लेके,
सपनों की बारिशें लेके,
निकले जो अनजानी राहों पे हम चले।
बनाएंगे हम राहें,
पाएंगे जो हम चाहें,
मंजिल मिल जाएगी गले
खोले बाहें। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को Vatos of LP। खींची लकीरों पे ना
रास्ते रहे,
सोया सारा जहां हम जागते रहे।
उजालों के दरिया है,
छाएंगे इस दुनिया पे, लिखने हम नाम आसमां पे जाए। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को Vatos of LP। हम नादां हैं,
अरमा सारे जवां हैं,
बोलो क्या हम जैसा कोई कहाँ है।
we've got some dreams in our eyes, we've got some hopes in our hearts, we are the ones who'll always stand apart, flying high across the sky.
राहों पे यूं चलते जाए, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs, बदले भारत को, वर्जों LPU। जीने की ख्वाहिशें लेके,
सपनों की बारिशें लेके,
निकले जो अनजानी राहों पे हम चले,
बनाएंगे हम राहें,
पाएंगे जो हम चाहें,
मंजिल मिल जाएगी गले
खोले बाहें, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs, बदले भारत को, वर्जों खींची लकीरों पे ना
रास्ते रहे,
सोया सारा जहां हम जागते रहे,
उजालों के दरिया है,
छाएंगे इस दुनिया पे, लिखने हम नाम आसमां पे जाए, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs, बदले भारत को, वर्जों थोड़े से हम नादां हैं,
अरमा सारे जवां हैं,
बोलो क्या हम जैसा कोई कहाँ है।
we've got some dreams in our eyes, we've got some hopes in our hearts, we are the ones who'll always stand apart, flying high across the sky.
राहों पे यूं चलते जाए, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs, बदलेंगे कल को, we are the martyrs, बदलेंगे ख्वाहिशें लेके,
सपनों की बारिशें लेके,
निकले जो अनजानी राहों पे हम चले।
बनाएंगे हम राहें,
पाएंगे जो हम चाहें,
मंजिल मिल जाएगी गले
खोले बाहें। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को, Vatos of LP। खींची लकीरों पे ना
रास्ते रहे,
सोया सारा जहां हम जागते रहे।
उजालों के दरिया है,
छाएंगे इस दुनिया पे, लिखने हम नाम आसमां पे जाए। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को, Vatos of LP। थोड़े से हम नादां हैं,
अरमा सारे जवां हैं,
बोलो क्या हम जैसा कोई कहाँ है।
we've got some dreams in our eyes, we've got some hopes in our hearts, we are the ones who'll always stand apart, flying high across the sky.
राहों पे यूं चलते जाए। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदलेंगे कल को, we are the Vatos। बदले भारत को।
ऑटोमेटिकली टू यू, ऑटोमेटिकली। आई हैड नॉट, मैंने एक बार नहीं बोला मैंने कि हमने पढ़ाई करनी है, ये करना, कुछ नहीं कहा मैंने। दिस टीचर्स विल डू इट। एम आई क्लियर? सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट प्रॉमिस आई विल टेक फ्रॉम यू। अनदर वन प्रॉमिस, फर्स्ट प्रॉमिस, प्लीज रेज योर हैंड्स, बोथ द हैंड्स, टू मेक ए प्रॉमिस, ए जेंटलमैन्स प्रॉमिस, लाइक दिस। यस, thank you. I need the help of parents also. Please raise your hands. You know why? Because parents, what happens sometimes, suppose there is a birthday of the son or daughter, they will call you. मम्मी कहेगी मेरे पास आ जा, तेरा यहाँ मनाएंगे। सॉरी, प्लीज कम हियर, वी हैव ऑल फैसिलिटीज हियर, सेलिब्रेट हियर ओनली। प्लीज डोंट अलाउ देम टू स्टे मोर देन द डेज दे हैव कम फॉर फ्री or for a leave. And everything is covered here. I need not do something else. Another thing, one part is over, that means you are a perfect degree with 10 grade. Target should be 10. Am I right? Hardly matters you got 9.5, 9, hardly matters. Target should be 10. Another point, I told you, you should be a wonderful person also. Professional and wonderful person. For that purpose, in 2 minutes I'll tell you, please love your parents. And respect your parents. Feel proud of your parents. You love your parents? Everybody says yes. No. I'll tell you what do you mean by love your parents. Loving your parents means don't conceal anything from your parents, good or that is loving. Now you tell me how many people love it. Maybe 10 hands, maybe 20 hands. Feel that Father is with you 24 hours. As you say, God is with you. I don't have parents. I feel God is with me. Believe me, my dear friends, morning I make a rise and tell कि प्रभु आज मेरे से कोई गलती ना हो जाए, किसका पाप ना हो जाए, because He is watching me. He is recording my record. Whatever I say, whatever I think, He records. Since you have parents, all of your parents, feel the parents are gods for you. They are watching your activities. If you're missing a class, share with your father, share with your mother. Mama, I'm sorry. I had to miss the class today. Be very frank. Don't mind it. But in case you have to make a promise, I will not repeat again. Am I right? What will happen? They'll have tears in their eyes. My son and my daughter is so clear. At least for 4 years or 5 years, please love your parents. Afterwards, I will not say to you. This promise, you can make it? All of you? Yes, all of you? Yes, raise your hands again. Both the hands. Are loving your parents. मैंने मुझे नहीं कहा मुझे प्यार करना है. Loving your parents. Please. I need the parents also to raise their hands. Thank you very much. Sir, in case you follow these 2 instructions from a person who's 75 plus, big experience. If I share my experience, I need 2 hours. But it's a conclusion. Only conclusion. Number 1, attendance. How much? How much? How much? Love your? Rest you leave it to me. Rest you leave it to me. You will come to me tomorrow in my room. I ask you, what is your attendance? Sir, 100%. I'll really hug you. Sir, 80%, I'll say sorry. That's the beauty. That means 20% you are cheating your parents. A student who can cheat his parents or her parents, how can he be sincere to me? Can it be? Impossible. Please don't cheat your parents. They are gods for you. Third thing, along with your degree, please carry at least 10 to 20 certificates with you. DSA man is sitting here. Dr. Saurav? Dr. Saurav is your DSA in charge. A genius person. I'm telling you, dedicated person, young person. DSA means Division of Students Affairs. We have 96 clubs. He told me yesterday. 96 clubs. At least join 50%. Join all 96. Provided in the hostel. If I tell my example, I had NCC, gymnast, badminton, swimming, rowing, what else? Table tennis, basketball, all in the hostel. And billiards. I was champion of billiards. Because, hardly matters. Because I didn't waste a minute. I didn't waste a minute. That's the beauty of 4 years. Very precious time. You can't imagine how much precious this time is for you. You can make or mar your career. You can make or mar your life. With this appeal, with this request, I welcome all of you. They'll say, I welcome all of you. And convey my thanks to the parents. Available also, not available also. I'm very thankful to them for showing their interest, for showing their confidence in LPU. I, on behalf of LPU and myself as DG of university, assure you, sir, I'll stand your expectations. Provided 2 conditions. Number 1, attendance. Attendance. Number two, love your. Then I take your guarantee. This is a condition for guarantee. Thank you very much and give a good hand.
थैंक यू सो मच सर, थैंक यू सो मच. मैंने आपको पहले भी बोला था कि सर का एक एक वर्ड बहुत ही कीमती है, क्योंकि इनकी गाइडेंस, इनका विजडम हमेशा से ही हम लोगों के लिए बहुत ही यूज़फुल, बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट रहा है. और आपको कभी कोई प्रॉब्लम हो, कभी कोई शिकायत हो, यू कैन कॉन्टैक्ट डीजी सर एवरी टाइम. हमेशा ये प्यार भी होता है, फटकार दोनों साथ में मिलती है. जैसे कि पिता का नेचर होता है, वैसे डीजी सर का नेचर है यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर, वैसा ही रुतबा है उनका. एक बार जोरदार तालियां डीजी सर के लिए.
Indeed true, sir. What else can be a better example than loving your parents and being in class all the time? If you implement this, I am sure, like sir said, I am sure you will never ever fail in your life. And now with this we complete the first session of our induction, of your induction. And after this, I request you all to kindly move to your respective schools or classes from 1:30 to 2:45, I hope. And after that, at 3 o'clock.
Yes.
What are we going to have, Piyush?
Yes. In this first session, आपने अपने डिग्निटरी से बात की है, आपने गेस्ट से बात की है, आपने जितने भी अपर मैनेजमेंट है यूनिवर्सिटी का, आपने उससे बात किया, आपने उनको जाना. बट एट 3 o'clock, we'll be having a cultural showcase, जहां आप मिलेंगे अपने सीनियर्स से, उन जो कि बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म करते हैं और आपके सामने बहुत अच्छी, बहुत ही नेशनल इंटरनेशनल लेवल की आपके सामने परफॉर्मेंस रखेंगे. तो एक बार कल्चरल शोकेस के लिए जोरदार तालियां. मुझे आपकी एक्साइटमेंट दिखनी चाहिए आपकी तालियों के थ्रू.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have the crowd, the cream crowd of computer science engineering who is present here with us. So we would request you to kindly give the energy for the cultural showcase. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls in the house, make some noise for the cultural showcase 2017.
And believe,
this is not how you make some noise when I said CSC crowd in the house. Make some noise.
And believe me, it will be wonderful. It will be wonderful. क्योंकि केवल यहाँ स्टेज से बातें नहीं होंगी, बातें वहाँ से भी होंगी. आप फ्रेशर्स हैं, आपको भी स्टेज पे बुलाया जाएगा. आपके क्या एक्सपीरियंसेस हैं, आपके अंदर क्या टैलेंट है, क्या हुनर है, सब कुछ जानेंगे एट 3 o'clock. तो प्लीज़ मिस मत कीजिएगा और आपको यहाँ पर 2:45 पे अपनी क्लासेस से आकर के यहाँ पहुँचना ही है.
Will you all join us at 3 o'clock? I said, will you all join us at 3 o'clock? Well, go and have your lunch now. Also, I thank all the coordinators for coordinating all the students so wonderfully. Please give a round of applause to all the coordinators who are present here with us.
Yes, it is very hard job to manage 3,000.
I mean, almost 2,000 to 3,000 students are present here. We thank the coordinators for making this venue such a wonderful and disciplined venue.
And please don't miss